everyone. Today I'm excited to take you along on my most recent trip to the Swan Island Dahlia Festival, which I had the opportunity to visit earlier this month. Swan Island Dahlias is a generational family-owned farm that was founded in 1927, and this year they are celebrating their 100-year anniversary. While the farm hosts the festival every year, the anniversary milestone makes this year's event extra special. I stopped by on opening day, August 1st, but since the festival runs all the way through September, there's still plenty of time to check it out if you're in the area. Swan Island Dahlias self-describes on their website as the Dahlia capital of America, and the grounds feature nearly 50 acres of dahlia fields and a display garden with over 375 varieties. The festival is free to visit and has live music, food and alcohol, shopping, and of course plenty of time to walk the fields and display gardens at your leisure. There was also a huge area by the entrance with koi for sale, which is not of interest to me personally, but if you do have a pond, you can get your specialty fish and flowers all in one trip. Of course, as you would expect at any great plant-themed festival, there was a nursery area with a great selection of mature dahlias to shop, and I took my time browsing, which was so fun to do. If you visit, you might be surprised to learn that although they have lots of live plants for sale, they won't have any dahlia tubers to take home. That's because dormant dahlia tubers are currently out of season. This is their active growing time, so they'll remain in the ground until they go dormant, and then they'll be harvested in the fall. The festival had a booth where you can place tuber orders, but I'll be placing my order online since I need a little more time to think about it. Either way, Swan Island Dahlias is offering a 10% discount on tuber orders from now through September of this year. Since I already have a lot of dahlias and a smaller garden, I've gotten really picky about new plants. I didn't end up picking up any live plants from the nursery, but I do have my eye on one very specific dahlia that I plan to order, so I'll show you that later in this video. Over in the display garden, it was really lovely to get to walk around and see all of the different dahlia varieties and how they grow. I recommend getting one of the free catalogs available at the front and comparing the photos to the real-life plants. That way, you can get a better idea of what they're like in real life and which will be perfect for your garden. I really like how they have some non-dahlia plants mixed into this garden, and I think that it helps paint a better picture of how dahlias can fit into a bigger garden vision. So this dahlia right here is the one that I'm going to be purchasing for my garden. It's called Star Child, and it's an orchid type variety with these white daisy-like flowers. I love that it looks a little bit different from the traditional styles and has these more delicate flowers, which I think makes it a lot easier to pair with other types of plants. So I'm excited to add this one to my collection. At the very back of the display garden, there's a smaller dahlia test area that features new varieties that they're still working on. These ones were all really interesting to see, like this dinner plate dahlia that's absolutely massive. There were lots of different colored dahlias and variegated patterns that I've never seen anything quite like before. There was definitely a few that I'd like to buy if they end up coming to market later on, and I really hope that they do. If you're interested in doing more shopping beyond plants, there's a gift shop on the farm that has everything. Literally everything and anything that you might want to gift someone who even likes anything loosely garden related. It was a little overwhelming, to be honest, but there were lots of people there enjoying the selection. Since dahlias are a late summer blooming plant, they were just starting to open up while I was there, which means the fields weren't quite as full of flowers as they will be in a few weeks. As a visitor, you're welcome to walk around the dahlia fields as long as you stick to the paths. While I was out there, this anemone type dahlia really stood out to me. It's so different. This one is called Dad's Favorite, and it's an anemone type dahlia and has this really unique pink cushion center. To me, it looks like it has gold stars jumping out from the center of the flower. You can't cut your own dahlias on the farm, but you can buy pre-cut dahlias from the cutting barn. There was a good selection of cut flowers, and I know once the growing season progresses, this barn will be completely full. I chose my favorite bunch, which ended up being $13. These are the dahlias I purchased. I love the color so much. I'm not sure what this variety is called, and I may need to try and find out so I can buy a tuber for next year. I put together this quick arrangement with some sage from my garden, and I'm really going to enjoy looking at this for the next week or so. The festival was really fun to visit as a dahlia lover, and if you're in the Oregon area between now and the end of September, then I recommend stopping by. As I mentioned earlier, the dahlia season is just starting now, so the blooms will only get better from here. The farm is open to the public every Wednesday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and the festival runs until sometime around the end of September. I recommend checking out their website if you're interested. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great summer season. If you like this video, then I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. I hope you're taking good care of yourselves, and I will see you next time.